Hey everyone, I'm meteorologist Mackenzie Bart. We are in for a winter wonderland. That is, if you like the snow. If not, it's not going to be a fun 24 hours. We're actually seeing some of the worst of it now. We really had things pick up around 4, 5 o'clock when we saw a lot of the rain and wintry mix transition into just plain old snow. We'll continue to see the snow accumulate now that temperatures have really dropped. And now lake effect, as we get closer to midnight, that's when we'll see that kick in. And we actually have a pretty intense lake-driven band out there right now, putting down a good amount of snow and some gusty conditions. Now this is just going to be a one-day thing. You'll see in the 8-day we do have a quick warm-up. So if you wanted snow for winter, it doesn't look like it'll be around. If you're relieved, this is kind of the only day we have to kind of go through this. Giving you a look outside right around 2 o'clock when we had some of the snow accumulating on the grass, but still had a bit of rain around. Quickly, by 3, 4 o'clock, we saw that change over into all snow. And pay attention to the parking lot here. Yeah, you can barely see it. Whiteout conditions here out of West Geauga. This is right at 8:19, so right about now, where we're seeing wind gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour blowing and accumulating snow. And we'll show you that band here in a second. Look how widespread this lake effect band is, really taking up most of the region, parts of Summit County, northern parts of Portage County, even parts of Geauga, Lake, Ashtabula, Cuyahoga County, Lorain County even dealing with that. Even if we take you farther to the west, you can see covered in snow. So about everybody getting some type of snowfall. Definitely pretty hardy right now for those counties. I want to take you into Lake County because they're pretty much covered with some heavy, wet snow, and that's what we're seeing. It's those big clusters of snowflakes that we're seeing fall. So going to allow for some pretty decent accumulation, probably covering the roads here. So hopefully everyone on here is tucked in and your loved ones are tucked in for the night. Sally says my son drives a semi and he said they were closing down Route 90 in Pennsylvania. Oh wow, yeah, I believe it. I mean, look at 90 right now. Even if you see it going through parts of Ashtabula into parts of Pennsylvania, you can see the lake effect closer to Erie. And even stretching up, you can see taking you into New York, dealing with that lake effect snow. And when that really comes down at the gusty conditions, I'm sure for certain trucks, that's not a good combination. North Madison. So North Madison right now dealing with the worst of it, and you still got a long way to go. We'll continue to see the lake effect snow for you guys overnight into early tomorrow. Ooh, I do not know what the radar's doing. Sorry about that. That kind of looks funky. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Let's take a look at our winter storm warnings and advisories. You could see for parts of Lake County, and it's just because you're so close to the lake where you're getting a little bit of a warming effect from there, getting a bit more rain mixed in. But as those temperatures fall, I'd say the farther away from the lake you go, better chance to see some snow. Parts of Cuyahoga County, Geauga, Ashtabula, Beulah County, they're in that winter storm warning. That'll last us until Tuesday morning. Winter weather advisory for the rest of us. If you are in that winter storm warning, that's where we're really expecting the heart of the accumulation tonight into early tomorrow. Anna says, Burton, it's still snowing, looks beautiful, but be safe. That's the thing, it's going to cling to everything, to the trees. It is going to look pretty, but it's definitely not fun to be out in. We'll take a look at those snowfall totals coming up in a bit for those asking. Julianne, how will Chardon look in the morning, 5 a.m.-ish? Thankfully, we'll be about done with the lake effect snow as we get into the morning, but hopefully they're able to get out there and really treat the roads. I say side roads are probably going to be a little bit of an issue, but the main roads hopefully at that time are cleaned up, as things are expected to fizzle out as we get into 4, 5, and 6 a.m. So the weather will quiet down some. It is awfully windy out there too, so that's definitely not helping with the visibility. We have winds right now 30 miles per hour possible. That'll continue to die down overnight into early tomorrow, right around 5 to 7 a.m. Still a little bit on the breezy side, so for those asking in the morning, that morning commute, we could have some blowing and drifting snow still. but it'll get better as we head into the later part of the morning. Here's hour by hour. Here's what I mean. So we kind of have that widespread band right now. That'll break apart some as we get closer to midnight, but we still have lake effect snow into the area. Here's a look at 7 a.m. I'll even kind of rewind it here so you can look. There's 4 a.m. You can see things are quieting down. Ashtabula probably still dealing with a little bit of lake effect, but for the rest of us, it is looking pretty quiet. Keep in mind, still breezy at that time, and temperatures will be cold all day long tomorrow. So that's the thing. We won't get much of a chance to melt things away, as it is expecting to be rather cold. Let's take a look at accumulation. So places, we haven't gotten any reports from the National Weather Service, but I'm sure most places have already picked up 1 to 3 inches of snow just by looking at some of our cameras and reading from some of the comments from you guys, some of our viewers. I'd say places like Geauga County, especially the higher elevation places, right around 4 to 8 inches of accumulation. As we go into southern Lake County, probably around 3 to 6 inches of accumulation. Same goes for Ashtabula. When we get into some of those higher elevation places, I'd say closer to 5, 6, and 7 inches. That 6 to 9 is a little bit closer to parts of Erie. And then Akron, right around 2 to 4. Same goes for communities closer to the Warren area. As we get closer to Canton, New Philadelphia, Worcester, probably around 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Farther south you go, we're not expecting much of an accumulation. Places like Mansfield, Ashland, maybe 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Medina County, I'd say 1 to 2 inches of snow. Parts of Lorain County could see anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of snow. And I'd say southern parts of Cuyahoga County, like near Parma, Berea, probably 1 to 2 inches of snowfall, somewhere around there. So I'm helping you guys help. Geneva, probably I'd say 2 to 4 inches of snowfall. Then Medina County answered that one. So again, we'll see as this lake effect kicks in, but we're really expecting that kind of in the heart of the higher elevation regions. Tonight, temperatures will continue to fall into the 20s, and that will help some of that snow stick around. Remember, our surfaces were back in the 50s this past weekend, so we'll still have a lot of that snow kind of compact and melt away. It is going to be gusty and cold, and then tomorrow temperatures back in the 30s. That's about as warm as we'll get, so that snow will probably stick around despite some of the sunshine. Before I show you guys the 8-day forecast, I want to go back to the radar. I know it was acting a little bit strange not too long ago. All right, here's a look of it here, and again, still dealing with the bulk of that snow band. This snow band here was bringing wind gusts upwards of 30 miles per hour, also putting down a quick 1 to 2 inches of snow, maybe a little bit more depending on where you are. And again, this is now moving. The heaviest is where the blue area is: Brunswick, Richfield, Brecksville, Twinsburg, Middlefield, Chesterland, even into parts of Ashtabula don't look too bad, although we are seeing that snow continuously fall. Parma, Olmsted, Strongsville, probably seeing that. As we head over to the west side, it seems like there's pockets here and there of some heftier snow. All right, let's show you that 8-day forecast, because thankfully, for those who don't want the snow, it's not going to stick around too long. Most of the day tomorrow, but we'll have some melting on Wednesday as we climb back into the 40s. 40s on Thursday, and then we'll be in the mid-40s heading into the weekend. Chance for a few showers Friday into Saturday, and then Sunday, Christmas Eve, near 50. We'll have a few clouds around. Could see a few more showers moving in on Christmas Day, but we'll still be hanging out in the mid to upper 40s. So nice little warm up as we head into the middle and end of the week. All right, you can always find that latest forecast at fox8.com. We'll also be on at 10 o'clock tonight. We'll give you another look at the radar, what it looks like, any updates that we have. So feel free to join us there. Be safe, stay warm, and have a safe night.